Nick aimed his rifle at a wild deer, but right after he pulled the trigger, he hit a little boy instead. Both men were instantly horrified. They even thought it was a hallucination, but when they ran over, they discovered he had actually shot the boy. Nick felt like his world had collapsed. He dropped to his knees trying to wake the boy. However, the boy who was shot in the forehead had already lost all signs of life. Seeing this scene, Nick was completely devastated. Just when he didn't know what to do, the boy's father came rushing over. When he saw his son on the ground, the father instantly flew into a rage. Looking at the killer who had shot his son, he picked up the gun from the ground. Despite Nick's continuous explanations, the father had already lost his mind. He couldn't hear a word Nick was saying. He was determined to avenge his son, but before he could fire, a bullet struck his heart. It was his friend Anton who had fired the shot. To protect his buddy Nick, he had no choice but to kill the witness. In just a few minutes, they had killed 2 people. Nick was already in complete panic. They had traveled thousands of miles to hunt here, only to become murderers. Compared to Nick's panic, Anton remained unusually calm. He calmly and methodically dragged both bodies into the bushes to hide them, then pulled Nick away. They drove off, fleeing the crime scene. Nick's mind went completely blank. He had no idea what to do next. To his surprise, Anton drove into the northern forest, grabbed his hunting rifle and prepared to continue hunting. Nick frantically asked him why. That's when Anton explained. He was creating a false alibi to show they weren't hunting in that forest. He said they couldn't run away just yet, because if they fled out of guilt, that would prove they were the killers. Now they had to keep pretending, wait until evening, then secretly go back to dispose of the bodies and evidence, and then leave this town. After hearing Anton's explanation, Nick had no choice but to go along with it, and to create an alibi. The 2 men drove to a nearby town.